Wow. Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to Anthony James Cars. Now, if you're a longer term subscriber to the channel, I've been here before. Over 12, nearly 18 months ago now, I filmed with two incredible cars here at Anthony James Cars. A beautiful Escort RS2000 racing car in Alan Mann tribute colours, and a simply sensational little Peugeot 205 GTI. Now, since then, the guys have moved premises, and I'm in their new barn, which I've kind of known has been coming, but it's the first time I've managed to be able to get over here. And I got an email from Daniel just a couple of weeks ago saying, look, Ped, we've got some amazing stock. Why don't you come and take a look? Now, clearly in the UK at the moment, we are in lockdown, so they're not open to normal customers. That said, they are still doing online sales, and if you're interested in any cars, they'll send you really high quality videos. They're doing click and collect or home delivery, so they're trying to stay open and trade as much as possible, and I'll put links in the description below. As I said, at the moment they have some incredible stock, including that utterly beautiful AMG GTR behind me, which sadly I can't drive because it's got just under 2,000 miles on the clock, and if I took it for a drive I would tip it over that magic 2,000. So yes, very frustrating. I'm not able to drive that, but Daniel said, I know you have a penchant for a certain Italian car, and I've got one here, and it's for sale, and it's in your budget. Why don't you come and have a drive? So I had to say yes. Yes, a Lancia Delta Integrale. Now, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you will probably know that I have a massive amount of lust for the Lancia Delta Integrale. I just think they are stunning, stunning things. It's probably got a lot to do with my age, and you know, when I was first learning to drive, these were the car to lust after. They had massive success in rallying, especially in this livery. And I just think they're a beautiful, beautiful car to look at. Now, this particular car is quite interesting because it's not ridiculous money. It is for sale. It was imported from Germany in 1998, and it was converted from a road car into its current rally spec, although it's actually set up as a track car. Although the adjustable dampers, I believe, you could probably turn this into maybe a gravel spec if you wanted to. But as it is, it would be the perfect track day toy. And what I love about it is it's not stupid money. £32,000 gets you a car that looks absolutely brilliant. You could have an amazing amount of fun on a track day, look cool in the process, and not worry too much about the value of the car. So let's have a bit of a look round, a bit of a walk round, and then we're going to take it for a blast, because it's got a slightly up-rated engine and turbo from the standard Integrale, and it's kicking out somewhere in the region of 350 horsepower. So it's going to go, because it doesn't really weigh a great deal either. I've never quite put my finger on why I love these cars so much. I think it's a lot to do with the kind of angular shapes. I love the flares on the wheel arches. I love the kind of bulge on the front bonnet. And when you come to the back of the car, especially on this car, I've always loved the wing and the very squared off rear end. I just think they're an iconic car to look at. There are a few things, if I bought this car, I would definitely do, and I would be taking some massive tips from my mate Ellis, who's got one of these, is I think it needs a really nice big set of rally mud flaps on it, but clearly this is a track car, so it doesn't have them. It's got some pretty track focused tyres on it. They're not quite cut slicks, but they're not far off. So we're going to go out on the roads today, and it is pretty wet and pretty greasy out there. So not the ideal tyres for today's road conditions. It's got a full roll cage, but it's clearly a left hooker because these were. So very stripped out inside. As I said, you're not going to buy this car to daily it, that's for sure. But it has had some work done on the gearbox. These have a bit of a known problem with third gear, so that's been sorted. So I'll be really interested to see what it's like to drive. It's got a set of full bucket, seats, full racing harness and full roll cage. And it just looks really cool in there. And at tick over, it sounds amazing as well. So I think the best thing to do is for me to put my big boy brave pants on and get in the car, and we'll take it for a drive up the road and just experience it. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. Now, I have driven a few Integrales on the channel before. I mentioned my mate Ellis way back now. It's quite a few years ago. I drove his rally prepared Integrale, again in Martini livery colours, but he's also got a beautiful limited edition yellow Giallo limited edition Integrale. Absolutely stunning thing. And then I've also driven my mate Richard's race car, 500 horsepower Martini liveried Integrale race car at Donington Park, and that thing was sensational and a little bit scary. So I'm really looking forward to just taking this out. The roads are terrible around here in terms of water and mud and so on, so we're going to get it really muddy, but then it's a rally car, so it's going to look really cool when it's muddy. Oh dear me. So I've not really got any expectations of this. I don't really know what this is going to be like. I just want to take you on the journey right from the get-go, really. Oh, straight away it sounds good. So, a very stripped out cabin. As I said, you would buy this as a track day toy. It's got some really cool wastegate and turbo noises coming out of it already. Now I want to sort of make sure I wait till it's fully warmed up first of all. A couple of things straight away. I'm not in the best driving position because this bucket seat is actually in a fixed position. It's not on a slider. So clearly if I were to buy the car, that's the first thing you do, is get the seat fitted in the right place so that it's nice and comfortable for you. That's not quite where I am, and I'm going to go down that way as well. I've just realised. Let's go the right way, Groovesy. Oh my goodness me! Yeah, so I need to get comfortable. I'm not in an ideal driving position for a long journey, but for a little test drive as we've got today, all the birds flying out the way, it's gonna be fine. The dials in front of me aren't obviously standard out of a road going Integrale. I've got a big rev counter in front of me, and I do have a digital speedo, big boost gauge on the centre of the dash, and that's about it really. But goodness me, oh no, I need to buy this car, and I've only done about 2 miles. same time. Facial Tourette's. Now, is that fifth? Yeah. I didn't expect to film the car today. I should have bought a separate lapel mic with me, really, because I bet you can't hear a thing I'm saying. But see, you get loads of looks. That guy's like, "Way, oh man!" Now, I must say, the mirrors are absolutely rubbish, because they're tiny rally spec ones. Oh, this thing's wonderful. It's not perfect at all. You could probably really do some work to make it absolutely spot on, but as it is, for 32,000 quid, oh man, smiles per mile, that's what you're getting in this baby, smiles per mile. You just feel like you're driving history, and this isn't a works car or a, you know, but it's just brilliant. It's utterly brilliant. And it's got really nice feeling to the steering. I think I'd want to have a bit of seat time before I really thrashed it around a track. And it's really noisy in here, but it's mega. Oh my goodness me, I am reliving my childhood dreams. It's just brilliant. The car's been well looked after. And Daniel's selling it on behalf of the owner. But the noises this thing makes, the theatre, I mean, I always love getting in a car where you have to wear a full 6-point racing harness and you're seeing bucket seats. For me, this is the essence of what a Sunday car would be. Have this in your drive and just take it for a blast on a Sunday. The looks I'm getting in this, honestly, I drive some amazing cars, but people, I just had a guy nearly get himself run over because he was crossing the road staring at this and didn't realise there was a car coming at him. It's just fantastic. But it's that blow-off valve on the turbo. I'm not actually, when the speedo actually does work, I'm not going that fast. 50, 60 miles an hour. It just sounds and feels like you're on a stage of the RAC rally. I think, you know, as well as the rally success, this car was immortalised by Sega Rally, the game. And when you played it, you either wanted to be the Lancia Delta Integrale in the Martini Livery colours, or the Celica GT4 in the Castrol colours. Now, at the time, I actually owned a white 2-litre GT Celica. I couldn't afford to buy or insure the GT4, and I sure as hell couldn't afford to buy one of these. I remember seeing one in a dealership at the time. It was like £10,000, which back then was an awful lot of money. And I just thought, oh, I'd never be able to afford a car like that. Well, now look, I can buy one. Oh, Mrs. Petrol would be too angry if I came home with a track day car. Oh, seriously, this is tempting. Well, here we go, out of the 30. really, really mega. What's it like around this roundabout? Four-wheel drive, obviously. It's pretty good. Our racing brakes, nice and squeaky. Let's go back down, head back towards Anthony James. Here we go. Turbo whistles. Woo. Now then, bearing in mind I was recently driving a McLaren 620R, I need to get this out there right now. This is one of the most visceral and exciting cars I've driven in ages. I mean, the gearbox takes a bit of getting used to. It's not quite the short, gatey kind of gearbox, manual box I like, but it's not bad. And the driving position for me, as I've said already, isn't great, so that's compromising my drive a lot. But it's just brilliant. This is one of those reviews where I think I'm going to turn the cameras off in a minute and I'm just going to drive this car till the fuel runs out, because I utterly love it. And some lucky person's going to buy this and have it as a track day toy for sure, but as a Sunday morning, had a rubbish week at work, need to just kind of escape. It's an escapism car. You get in it, you strap yourself into the racing harness, you fire up that turbocharged 2 litre, and off you go, baby. You're gonna have a mega time. Oh wow. Here we go. On this one. What a machine! I'm in love. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that one. I hope you've been able to hear me. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty